Hello, everyone. For me, one of the inevitable yet saddest commentaries about post 9/11 living was the heightened security around beloved American landmarks and institutions. Such a reality struck me most personally the first time I revisited the Liberty Bell post 9/11. Once openly displayed for all passers-by to come and view without restriction, the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia now resided in a hidden inner chamber, only viewable after waiting in a long queue and passing through intense security. Reality suggested that protecting the Liberty Bell resulted in a drastic loss of liberty itself. Yet, even if 9/11 marked an egregious assault on our personal liberties, perhaps it also spawned a new perspective about liberty. Activities we took for granted, such as visiting a national shrine or passing through an airport with relative ease, now entailed enhanced security, scrutiny, and an agonizing, lengthy process. Such moments of enjoyment demanded that we either accept greater compromise and self sacrifice or stay home. Such became the new price of securing liberty as we adjusted to balancing the privileges and responsibilities of liberty in contemporary life. Moving forward, liberty, certainly in a democratic society, must be guaranteed. But the old definition of liberty as pure privilege without responsibility is not guaranteed. The theme of liberty comes to mind in this Sabbath's Torah portion called Bahar. Bahar introduces the phrase, albeit with a slightly altered interpretation, inscribed on our Liberty Bell. Ukratem dror ba'aretz l'chol yoshveha. Proclaim liberty throughout the land. The Torah introduces the phrase with a specific intention. Every 50 years, in the Jubilee year, slaves were released from their owners. The word dror is translated as release. That declaration, as transcribed on the Liberty Bell, reinterpreted the Hebrew word dror. The Torah's application referred to a more limited release of slaves, but on the bell, dror meant an all-encompassing declaration of freedom for everyone, although we know in early America such freedom had a more narrow application. Despite contrasting definitions of the word dror, liberty in the Bible and liberty in our new America shared a common definition: privilege and responsibility. Released Hebrew slaves would now assume their expected place as responsible adults among the people to observe the commandments and to enhance the social, spiritual, and communal life of Am Yisrael, the Jewish people. Likewise, no American citizen, regardless of status or situation, would be exempt from the immense responsibilities of nationhood. Americans, therefore, were and are obligated to pay our fair share of taxes, to participate actively in elections, and to balance comfortable living with a personal and communal obligation to fight racism and to eliminate poverty. On 9/11, 3,000 people died, 6,000 were injured, and countless among us were scarred forever. On that day, while liberty, as we knew it, also died, a new, more comprehensive definition of liberty was born. We would learn not to take our personal freedoms for granted. We would learn to shed some of our sense of entitlement and perhaps individually and collectively incorporate a greater sense of compassion and modesty into our lives. We would learn to embrace liberty not only as a right, but as an objective worth fighting for, even when the price is steep and the effort arduous. In the portion of Bahar, the Torah details the release of slaves with a subtle comment about their future obligations. Each shall return to one's holding and to one's family. Implied, but not explicitly stated, was the word obligation. Each shall return to the obligation of one's holding and to the obligation of one's family. Liberty costs, but it is that cost which ultimately secures for us the type of liberty which will produce common bonds and will secure the type of liberty which we will cherish and always fight to preserve. Shabbat Shalom, Am Yisrael Chai.